Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Blitz and Talk, and I'm going to go right ahead and go into the Chess24 play zone. Here we are, and a lot of people online, so let's see if we can find an opponent. And today I feel like playing 3 minutes, so let's see how this works out. It's pretty fast, and I will really have to concentrate to be able to say the right words, so not tell nonsense, and also play decent moves. And we are already in the middle of a game against Unconcentional from Israel, and he plays knight f6 to 2-knight defense, and I reply with d4, which is kind of an interesting approach here. We play the main line d5, knight takes d4, now bishop d7, bishop takes c6. It's all pretty well known. Here but has different options. I think a castle. And now bishop e7, I don't believe that's the most critical move. Bishop c5 is stronger. Knight c5. I just push this pawn, and that's what I like about this variation, that you always have these two pawns in the center. And I'm not too worried about this knight because I'm simply exchanging it right now. Bishop c5 is answered by c3, and in the future I would like to push these pawns further forward and see if I can create any attack against his king. So what's going on now? c5 he played. I play my knight back to e2 because if he plays the bishop to f5, now I can attack with knight g3. Bishop b5. I didn't expect that. Well, he wants to pin my knight. I just move my rook out of the pin. Maybe it wasn't even necessary. I could have even played f5 immediately, but I play it right now. There's no need to wait with this move. And you can see there's some ideas here to play with f6 and to have some threats against the black king. So he wants to exchange the bishops, but I don't want to bring his queen into play with tempo, so I'm not taking on g5, and I play knight g3 instead, also aiming maybe knight h5 in the future. And if he takes now on d2, he actually helps me. He plays d4, which also helps me because it gives me this nice square on e4 for my knight. So now I'm forcing him to take, and now there are already some ideas here with f6 and so on, but it seems nothing is working right away. But maybe I can play rook g3 first, and I hope it works, and I hope I haven't overlooked anything. My idea is now after bishop takes e4 I want to play queen h6, and after g6 f6 I would like to mate him on g7, and I believe that works out, and he believes so too, and he plays queen h4. But now I have another idea up my sleeve, which is knight f6 check followed by rook h3, and this looks pretty crushing. So he has to give up his queen now, and he does. But he has some counterplay, unfortunately, along the h file. I didn't really want to see that, but I cannot do anything about it now anymore, so I have to take. He plays rook g8, I play king f1. Now after rook g2 I already have to give back my queen. I feel like, probably I do, yeah, I have to give back my queen. But fortunately he doesn't have any square on the g file to double his rook, so that's good news for me. Otherwise he might develop a dangerous attack against my king. So probably his best option is to play rook g2. He plays bishop g2, that's interesting. Probably he wants to take on h3. I give my queen back anyway, so doesn't make a difference really. And now what kind of rook endgame do we have on the board? Quite interesting position here. I'm up a pawn, but two double pawns, so let's play fast. And I play king f3, and I hope to get something out of these pawns here. He will go there. I play rook g1. I want to go to g7 and take on f7, and there's not much he can do. So let's see how this turns out. I'm quite confident I have good chances here, because I'm also having threats against his king. He plays check. Okay, where do I go? Where do I go? That's a good question. I go to g5. I can maybe go to h6 later. He has to play king g8. He doesn't. Okay. Now I go to h6, of course. Now he plays this move. Play rook takes c7, d3. Now, how am I going to continue? Not so easy. I take off another pawn, it can't be wrong, but quite a complex position obviously on the board. I can control this pawn, but I'm slightly worried about my time, and I should play fast. That really matters here. Okay, now he allows my king back into game. That's good. That's good. But my time, that will be very difficult. A4. He might play king e8. Okay, he plays this move. Okay, give some checks. I don't mind. I take this guy off. Okay, exchange rooks. That can't be bad for me. And now it's all about making fast moves, and then I should be winning this, of course. Oh, god damn it. And fast moves, pre-moves, of course. I'll go for another queen. It seems to be the fastest way to mate this guy. Maybe there's a slight lag because I'm almost losing no time, or I'm actually losing time, but I'm up 2 queens and I should be able to mate this rather soon. Mate. Whew, that was quite an exciting struggle. You can see 3 minutes is not a lot of time to play, but I managed to beat Unconcentional. So maybe the winning the queen with knight f6 and rook h3 was a little bit premature. Maybe I had something better up my sleeve. I'm not sure. I didn't see anything. And then he had some counterplay along the g file, and I believe the rook endgame might be actually equal, but it should be harder to play for black, and you could see this in the board. You could see this in the game because black had his king stuck on the 8th rank. So, and then I just collected all his pawns, and I had to be careful, of course, with my time, but it all worked out in my favor and I could win this game. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon again.